peeps, and welcome back to a somewhat different Buzzfeed test. This week, here, live, I'm going to be taking two separate videos with kinda, sort of similar recipes, and then putting them head to head in the same video to see which one is going to be better. First, I'm going to be trying the Mac and Cheese BLT suggested by all of these people. Second, I'm going to be trying the Ramen BLT suggested by these people, and comparing them side by side to see which one I'd recommend more. I figured it's kind of pointless to waste a whole video on just one of these recipes, and so many of you guys have been asking for both of them for so long, so let's get right into it. Alright guys, so like I said, we're going to be first starting with the Macaroni and Cheese BLT. And of course, for macaroni and cheese, the first thing you're going to need is to boil some water and then throw in your macaroni pasta. I thought that just one box was going to be too little, and trust me, it's going to turn out to be way more than you need. Once I got all that cooked up, I strained it off so it looked nice like this, and now we can start making our cheese sauce. Start by throwing 2 tablespoons of butter into your pan and letting that melt down. Follow that up with a tablespoon of flour, mix that in and let it bubble up, and then slowly add in 1 cup of milk, whisking every time you add a little bit more. A couple things I've learned throughout making my various cheese sauces in the past. Number 1, make sure to cook your little roux in the beginning down at least for a couple minutes. Number 2, add both the milk and the cheese, as you're seeing here, in slow batches over very low heat. This hopefully will make it creamier and prevent it from getting all gloopy or gritty. Anyways, once you have your cheese sauce done, you are going to throw in your pasta, mix that all around. What I did next was grabbed a little bread pan, sprayed the bottom of that with some cooking spray, and then threw down my macaroni. Flattened it out, and then into the freezer it went for 1 hour. In the meantime, I grabbed myself some tomatoes and sliced those up. Then some romaine lettuce and got some nice big leaves of that. And then we can finally get to the main event of this sandwich, the bacon. The art of the bacon weave is said to be hard to master. Personally, I don't think I have yet, but I did the best I could. Listen, I ain't no epic mealtime over here, but I'm doing the best I can, okay? It got nice and crispy like this, and I don't think I did a bad job. Anyways, after 1 grueling hour, we can finally assemble this sandwich. So, grab your pasta, hit it out of your pan, and then cut it into 2 squares. I then grabbed another pan, melted down some butter in it, and then threw in 1 of the squares. At which point, I gave it a couple minutes to brown up, flipped it over, and don't know why it was smoking so much, to be honest, but I got it under control and continued on. Lastly, grab yourself a plate or a cutting board like me. First, start by throwing down 1 of your macaroni squares. Then, a couple leaves of your romaine lettuce. Then, some slices of tomato. And finally, your nice crispy bacon weave. Top that all off with yet another square of your macaroni and cheese, and good lord, look at this thing, people. Never in my life have I seen anything like this until today. The sheer monstrosity that is this thing, it's just absurd. I'd estimate it at about 2,000 calories, easy, and I have 0 clue as to how I'm gonna attack this. Alright, I'm just going for it. Dang it. As for it being a sandwich, there's just 0 possible way to pick this up and eat it. You're gonna have to eat it with like a fork or something. Tastes phenomenal though, as expected really. All things considered, I think it deserves a 7.5. It just completely fails the sandwich category. Anyway, on to the next one. Next up, we got the Ramen BLT. And I'd say the majority of your steps are pretty much going to be the same for this one as they were for the last one. I cooked up my ramen, strained that out, threw that into a bowl with an egg, and mixed that all together. Trying to avoid remembering the last time I mixed an egg in with ramen. Just not the best texture, but I did it anyway. Threw it into some foil, folded that up into a rectangle, and then popped that into the freezer for about 20 minutes. Once again, I cut up some more tomatoes, got some more leaves of my lettuce, and then carefully constructed a second bacon weave. Trying to fold this one in a little tighter than the last one was, pop that into the oven, and it looks even better than the last one did. Now we can grab our ramen out of the freezer and then cut that in half and throw that into a pan to let that brown up as well. Couple minutes on both sides until it gets nice and golden brown like so, and finally we can construct our second sandwich of the day. Start by throwing down one of the squares of your ramen. Then some romaine lettuce, some sliced tomatoes, some bacon, and another pat of ramen. Appearance wise, this is right up there with the last one. And actually, I was able to cut it in half and pull it apart, and wow. Sandwich wise, this one already rates higher than the last one did. Unlike the last one, this one's not as crazy humongous, which might be good or bad. I don't really know yet. I can tell you already, as for the sandwich points, it wins. Cut easy, you can eat it like a sandwich. No doubt, that's the winner. Eat it like a sandwich like nothing. The ramen is 100 times better than just normal bread or toast. Still not super crazy on board with the eggy ramen texture and taste, but like I said, it's better than the bread and the macaroni and cheese. Definitely recommend doing this one, 9 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's Buzzfeed versus test. If you did enjoy it, smack a like on this one and let me know down in the comments if I should do more of these in the future. Admittedly, it did require a slight bit more work than normal, but if you guys like them, I'll have no problem with doing them. As always, both my social media links will be down in the description if you want to go follow me on those. Don't forget to leave your questions for my next Q&A down in the comments if you haven't on my last video, and have an absolutely awesome rest of your week. I'll see you right back here next Thursday. Peace! And Mom, literally, I can't do it. My mother is standing there staring at me and I cannot focus on this video with her eyes burning down holes through my face. They did not see that. Mom, I'm not done yet. You really want to be in another video, huh? Come on, let's go.
You said peace.
Let's go. No. You have to come in now.
Okay.
She has been pacing back and forth, acting like she wants to come in, and I tell her to come in and she doesn't. Come on.
Next time.
No next time.